Good morning. Welcome back to the Little Dog Retreat. I am Sasha, your wonderful host for these trainings and owner and creator of the Little Dog Retreat and the littledogretreat.com. And today I have 4 games that you can make easily at home, a do-it-yourselfer. Now, dog games, I believe, are a huge part of the ability for your dog to interact with its world in a healthy, happy way. So, again, when you're out at work, when you are going to go do a day trip, if you're doing errands, if you have a play date and having, a bunch of kids over and your dog's going to be separated into a different room, if you are having a family outing, summer's coming to an end, we're going to get into holiday season. These kind of games, not only can you use them just during the day to keep your dog entertained, but you can use them to keep them distracted while you're having other outings or other social engagements in your home. And it will use your dog's mental capacity to search and discover and have fun without destructive behavior. So I'm going to show you some very simple things that you can do at home with stuff, again, you probably already have. And these are things that I will randomly make for my daycare guests, for my boarding guests, for my we do crate-free overnight care, and so for my own girls, and it really just enhances their experience. It really just gets them to open up, gets them to think about things in a different way, in a very healthy way. So let's get started. What I have on my lap right now is a box. Now this is just a standard cardboard box. This is an Amazon purchase that I made, and it just came with this nice small box. You can do this with any size box. What you'll need is some balls. So I have a tennis ball, I have a cat dingly ball. I really like to use a variety of things, not just something that's specific for a dog, just because it does kind of enhance those synapse connections and gets them thinking and in exploring in a different way. So what you're gonna do literally with your box, no joke, take your box, take a serrated knife, and literally just cut into the box. Now, there's the bottom part that is usually still intact and the top part that you open. You're gonna do this on the side. Leave the bottom intact, leave the top open for now. You're literally just going to, no joke, make a cut, like a little door. So, you can see what I'm doing here. I'm literally just going to make a door. Or a flap, if you would. Super easy, super fast, don't cut yourself. And then just open up that door, just like that. You can make a couple on each side. There we go. And I've already made a couple door flaps. Make it interesting, but you want to leave the integrity of the box still in place. So now you have these little, you can kind of see through it. You can see the doors behind there opening. You can see these on this side. They have just a little flap. You're going to leave the flap open, but not too, not completely open, just enough that your dog can get their paws in there. And you can also do this for a cat. So cats love boxes. What I would say for a cat is maybe even just tape half of it closed. For your dog, and what I do with my dogs is I will literally just close this up, just fold it. It doesn't have to be taped. It can just be folded into itself, just like that, so your dog can still get their paw in there or try to smell. And now you have this little house compartment, okay? And you can see through, so you can see the back. And then what you're going to do is literally just take the balls and roll them in there. You're just gonna roll them in there, and now there are some fun balls in there, okay? You can also put treats in here. You can also put a tennis ball that has been cut open. I showed you another video of that one. You just cut open a tennis ball, put some treats in there, and your dog's entertainment value just went up. Literally just put this right where they're going to be and let them explore it. They can tear this up. Most dogs will chew on cardboard but not swallow it. So take the first time you do this, make sure your dog's not going to try to swallow it. You don't want them actually eating the cardboard, but they can kind of rip it up and tear it apart. It's totally okay. When you're done with it, just recycle it. Totally easy and basically free project that you can do with your dog, and it will literally add value to your dog's day. So that's my first one. The second one here is also just as easy. Now, never be deterred by the simple. It is amazing how many toys I have purchased that have been, supposedly supposed to do all these incredible, amazing things for your pets, or for your kids for that matter, and how they're just entertained by just the simplest, easy to create, craft, or just buy a random box sitting on the side and you're like, hey, my dog likes that box or my cat likes that box. Let's do something fun with it. So the next one is water. Now, most dogs don't enjoy getting sprayed with water. Some do. And if you have a water dog, you know how much they love the water. But a lot of dogs that don't necessarily like the water will still enjoy a water game. And this is, again, very simple. So you can use tennis balls, or if you have a smaller, again, I have small dogs, so I use small things, but you can use the small mini tennis balls, you can use large tennis balls. I like to use, again, a variety of different sort of flotational balls. These are basically bouncy balls. Now, these are really the jumbo bouncy balls, so my dogs aren't going to get them choked in their mouth because their mouths are very small. So take a look at what's available for your dog and your dog's size mouth and jaw. This is a little floaty one. Here's just one that has, this is from last Halloween, I found it, has an eyeball in it, and it's just fun. And literally what you're going to do is just put a bowl of water out, make it appropriate for your size dog, and just let them dunk these. Dunking these is so much fun. Now, with any toy, learning is something that is... games are learned. So your dog, when they were a puppy, learned how to play from their pack, from their litter mates. And then when they were taken out of the litter and they were brought home or put into a rescue or whatever their backstory is, that learning stopped. So basically everything they're learning is now from you and your environment that you've put them in. So if you're not actively showing them how to play, then they're not going to learn how to play. One question I do get asked quite frequently is, my dog doesn't know how to play, so is it going to be okay in daycare? Or my dog's never played with other dogs, is that going to be okay? And the answer is yes, because the dogs that are already usually in a daycare environment have learned how to play either over time or naturally had it, they already learned it from their litter time. And so they're already playing, and dogs will see that, and then the pack starts to kind of open them up and get them excited to actually play themselves. So some of these things, if you just have one dog and they've never played before, get them going, show them how to use the toy first, make it fun. This one, you're just going to literally dunk the ball and show them how to grab it and show them that it can dunk. And then it's amazing how quickly your dog will start to kind of like, oh, I can get in there and do that myself and play with the water, drink some water, lap it up, poke at the ball. It is incredible how much fun just a bowl of water with bouncy balls can literally be. So that is my second one. And then my third one here is literally, I'm going to show you this. This is one of my Jello molds. I love Jello molds. If you watch enough of these videos, you'll see a lot of Jello molds. So this is just one of my classic Jello molds. Now this one does not have the chicken bouillon water that I usually make. This one is just ice, but it's a super fun one. I'm going to flip it over, and you'll see that this one has stuff frozen in it. So this has a couple different things. It has some blueberries. It has blueberries, it has green beans, it has some little chicken pieces, and it has a toy. And so what's gonna happen as this melts, the dogs will start to smell the chicken pieces, they'll smell the blueberries, and they'll start to literally try to kind of dig them out with their paws. They'll try to gnaw, and they'll use their groomer teeth to kind of gnaw on them. They'll, might roll it around. Because it's ice, it's gonna get a little bit slick on whatever surface it's put on. So if you're put in a kitchen, it'll start to move around, sort of like a little ice-capade. If you put it on a deck, it'll move around. If you put it in grass, it'll stay pretty stationary. But it's just gonna add to the excitement or the enthusiasm of the hunt, basically, that you're creating here. And then as it starts to melt, your dog will be able to eat those little treats that are in there. And then once it melts, the ball, now this is a dingle ball. So this is a cat toy. Again, I have small dogs. They love batting around cat toys. It's totally cool. Don't be biased towards cat toys just because you have a dog. If you have a cat, don't be biased to dog toys just because you have a cat. Animals will be engaged and enriched with pretty much anything you want to give them. Just know the personality of your pet and just kind of buy appropriately or create appropriately. And so this is literally, it becomes a huge engagement factor for your dog. And it's really a fun thing to watch them do also. Again, if you put it on a surface that's not grass, it will move around and get slicker as it starts to melt. And if you put it in grass, it's going to be mostly kind of stationary. But then as the actual ice melts and as your dog starts to literally dig at it and gnaw on it, they'll start to get all those pieces. And it's so much fun for your dog to just be able to use that instinctual digging and the instinctual hunting, techniques that they normally wouldn't get to use. So try that out. Again, this is my third one today. just a fun block of ice basically with your dog's treats. There's some green beans, some blueberries, and some nibbly chicken treats, and then a ball in there. So you can also put squeakers or other things, whatever your dog really likes to explore. And then the last one I'll show you is a kind of a craft doing it yourself. It fell on the floor. Where did it go? Okay. So here it is. This is literally your standard water bottle. So it doesn't matter the brand, it doesn't matter the size, it's just your classic water bottle. Now I like to take, oops, there's the cap. I like to take the cap off and either give it a little squish, or then it just kind of crunches a little bit easier. You can also leave the cap off, but what I found is that the cap on allows the airflow to move around a little bit better, and then you're literally going to get yourself a pair of socks. Now, I personally like to use the soft, fuzzy ones. I just feel like they're a little bit more durable and easier to kind of glide on. And so you're literally going to take, here, this is a brand new pair, you're literally going to take a sock, just a sock. This can be any kind of sock, really. And you're going to stick the water bottle in there, and you're just gonna tie a knot at the top. So that's the water bottle inside of the sock. And then you can either, I've got a hair tie on my wrist, you can either hair tie it. If the sock is long enough, you can literally just tie it in a knot. If you really want to, you could leave it open. But that is just your super simple 4th toy game that you can just use on. And literally, it is amazing. You know, the funniest thing is my Italian Greyhound, who doesn't like a lot of toys, she's our alpha, so she kind of is like over it, you know, a lot of times, unless she's just playing with me. But when I've made this for her, she goes bonkers and literally just, I mean, she's like out to kill this thing. It's amazing. And it's so much fun to just watch that instinctual, like, oh, I'm gonna get it kind of attitude that she doesn't normally do, you know, with any other toy. So this is a super fun one. Now, if your dog is really adverse to sounds, I would probably get them used to seeing the bottle. And one of the scary things that can happen with dogs who are either from rescue situations or abusive situations for their backstory, just let them smell this first. You know, let them see it. You crunch it and be like, oh, okay, yeah. And then let them just smell it and know that it's a safe thing. And then they can even just see it go inside the sock. Not a big deal. It's totally in there still. And then just let them do it and let them come to it on their own. So, you know, again, your backstory for your dog is going to kind of determine what kind of things they really want to play with or engage with. But literally, these are four simple games that you can do at home yourself for your dog to really enrich that engagement and mental stimulation for your dog, without breaking the bank and without going out and buying a bunch of fancy toys that they may or may not like. And then you can literally just see how they're doing. And then if you find that your dog is really enjoying one or the other, literally add to it, enhance it, see what I could do to make this even better. And if you have any ideas, I would love to hear them. I'm always trying new things here at the Little Dog Retreat. You can put a picture down below. You can put a picture on our Facebook page. You can put a picture on Instagram and hashtag the Little Dog Retreat. As always, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and join our private Facebook group called I Speak Dog Training Club. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in there. And we would love to hear from you and see you again soon. Have a great day. Thanks.